Good morning and welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. It's Friday, January 10th, and let's see how the market is looking. The heat map just changed over. NVIDIA, Meta, and Amazon are red. Microsoft's down a hair. Apple's down a hair. Google's up, looks like a hair, and Tesla's up. So we'll go through them, check it out, and see what's going on. First, let's look at our Jolie's jumpers and our laptop lowdowns. We'll let the SPY in the market get settled in there and we'll take a look at them. So here we go. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Here we go at AGFY. Let's take a peek at it. AGFY, good old Agrify, 2610, just keeps pulling back a little bit here, and it does look like it might be pulling back, so we'll have to put that on the list and take a look at it later. AMPG is dipped down there on Wednesday, and let's see, AMPG could be trying to bounce back here. Let me see what day this is. It is today. Looks like it's up 17 cents, but nothing too crazy. So we'll take a look at that one. BAER, Bridger Aerospace. Now this one's running right here. BAER. And this one is up this morning, 469 to 569, down to 420, taking a smoke break there, and it's just hanging out. So we'll see what it's up to, but it did run Wednesday as well, and that's BAER, Security and Protection, and it's called Bridger Aerospace Group. So we'll check that bad boy out. And BLNK, this one was trying to get set up here. Let's see if it is still setting up. 161. It did pull back there on Wednesday with a nice dip of everything else and back into the 20 into that channel. So let it trade there. DJT, let's see what Trump Media is doing. It's down 29 cents this morning, and it kind of looks like it might be curling down at the moment. So DJT could be curling down. We'll have to look at it. It is in that channel, but doesn't look the greatest. So we'll see what it wants to do today. DTIL, Precision Biosciences. That one looks like it ran up there. DTIL. And here you go, 451.81 to 454.21. It's at 453.21. So there you go with DTIL running up there a little bit. Oh, hold on. That's DD. I was going to say, it's not even that much. Hold on. DTIL. Did it change? No, it's right. Sorry. It's F. I have no idea what that was. DTIL. I was going to say, it's at like 593. It's not that high. Let's see. It's at $6. It opened at 618. It went up to 744, and it's at 6 right now. It closed on Wednesday, it looks like, at 459. So DTIL is run up there and looking good, so keep your eye on that one. I don't know what the other one was that I was looking at, but there you go with DTIL and drug, DURG, Bright Minds Biosciences. This thing is getting set up and looking good. I'm telling you, it's going to be on speed real soon, so keep your eye on that bad boy. Holo, let's see what that's doing. It looked like it was trying to move this morning. It is up another 61 cents again. And let's take a look at Holo. Is it trying to crawl off that MACD? It might be trying to get set back up for next week, so we'll have a look at that. That Hoff ran up the other day, but that's pulled back. Not sure if it's going to stay in the top right there. It could pull out today, so just be careful with HOTH. HUT, good old Hut, that's up 44 cents. Just kind of setting up in that channel. And crypto is looking a little better this morning. We'll go through that. LAES, let's see what that's up to. Seals Q. And this one is up a little bit after that big old dip. But I'm not so sure that they want to go up. I mean, it does look like it's trying to bounce up, maybe stair-stepping its way down. We'll see what it wants to do today as they move. That MVST, that was moving this morning, up 45 cents. We were looking at it after that dip. Everybody was excited about this thing, so it is moving 261 to 334. It's at 233, so it's lower than what it opened at. And we'll keep an eye on it and see if it wants to continue to move today. It could, but it did run already. And Rivian here, RIVN, that is pulling back. It's just under the 20, it looks like. Let me see right here. That's sitting on that 20 right there for Rivian. Let me take a better look at it. Yeah, it's sitting on the 20. We'll have to see what that wants to do today. And SENS. Let's see. That one is kind of jumped up there. It was pulling back and it did bounce, it looks like. Let me take a better look at it this morning. And on Wednesday, it was running 45 to 63. And then this morning, 68 down to 52. So it looks like it gapped up. Yeah, it closed at 61. It gapped up and came down to 55. So that was SENS. And good old Sezzle. This one had pulled back there. It's just under that support line, and it's going to get set up, I'm telling you. So it's a shame it don't have options there. SEZL, STAI, Scantech AI. This one's getting cruising, guys. Keep an eye on this thing, STAI. This thing doesn't look too bad there. 350 to 458. Oh, it's at 298. So it did look better. This says 299. But it did run around this morning, it looks like, and we'll have to see. It does look like it's trying to set up there, that STAI. And the Sterling STRL, Sterling Infrastructure. This one's just getting set up down here, so let that set up. And ZNTL, here we go. And this one's going to be a good setup right here. We'll have to keep an eye on ZNTL because that one's getting set up and looking pretty good right there. I like that. ZNTL. So let me jot that down because it's looking good. And there you go with the Jolie jumper. Thank you, Asian Jolie. Appreciate them bad boys. And let's go ahead and look and see what's going on with our laptop lowdowns. Let me hop on them things. And we'll take a look. AMOD. Let's see what MAOD is doing down here. And it is a laptop lowdown in the basement right here getting set up. So one that we will absolutely keep an eye on. It could be its bottom right there on Wednesday. So keep an eye on that today to try to get set up. That AFBI, we were looking at this and it is looking pretty good to try to curl back up. So keep an eye on this bad boy because it is trying to curl back up there. It is moving. It was moving on Wednesday, not doing anything now, but it's not looking bad at all. Just watch for them bottoms. AREB, American Rebel Holdings. This one was at the top, came out, and it's just kind of hanging out right there. Let's see. Yeah, it's not looking bad, but it did run up pretty good on January 7th there on Tuesday. So up to 367. It's at 202 right now. AREB. See if it can try to run again. CERO. Let's see what that's up to right here. This one just had a split. Oh, there you go. It's split there on what? The 8th is Wednesday. And let's see, it had run up there on Tuesday, split, and now it's down, but hitting that line. We're definitely going to keep a look at CERO after that split right there. So I think that one's going to get set up as well. And it did have that split. HCWC, Healthy Choice Wellness Corp. And this one was running up and pulling back here. Let's see, HCWC. And yeah, it was trying to run up and it's not doing anything this morning, but it was pulling back there. And it could pull back a little bit more and just try to get set up into that channel right there and stair step its way up is what it looks like. JXG is JX Lux Venture. And this thing just split. When was that split? The 8th, so that was a Wednesday splitter. Definitely keep an eye on this. It's probably not moving at the moment. Nah, it's not doing anything, but we'll want to keep an eye on that one. That's a good new one splitter right there. MBCN. Middlefield Bancorp, way down there. That's another good laptop lowdown one right there. MBCN. Yeah, that could be bottoming out right there on Wednesday. So keep an eye on that to try to bounce back up. And QMCO, I think some of these are trying to bounce up this morning. I'm not so sure they're ready to really bounce up. So you better be ready with them or be careful with these quantum ones and computer hardwares. Some of them are up a little bit this morning, but you better play them quick because they could bounce any which way. SPPL, let's look at it. That one is just hanging out right there. and it is just kind of pulling back. It ran up the other day on the 6th. What was that? Last Monday, it looks like. So, or no, I'm lying. That's this Monday. That was this Monday it ran, and I was gonna say it's only 4 days ago, and it's just hitting that MACD line in 20 again. So we'll have to see if it wants to get set back up. And STAI. I think we just looked at this bad boy and it was trying to curl up and it's moving a little bit this morning. So there you go. SXTP, that's at 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals. This is a biotech company in the US. It took a nice pullback, but is getting set up there. So we're going to want to keep an eye on that one because it's going to want to run. And Wheeler Real Estate Investment, hope they don't have any properties in California. It'll be dipping right here. WHLR looks like it's pulling back here. Yeah, 287 down to 280. So it is pulling back right there. And let's see, not sure what's going on, but it is pulling back. And WLDS is wearable devices. And this one is pulling back. I remember this had run up pretty nice right there. WLDS, and it was run up there on Wednesday as well, 202 to 286, and today it's at 150. So there you go, and we'll see that one might curl through coming down. WLDS, let's see what's going on. Looks like kind of reddish right here. Let's look at the SPY and see what it's up to. It is down $1.83 and touching on that line right there. And like I said, I think it could just pull back and sit there and get set up for next week or just hang out down here. It doesn't look too, it looks very bullish, but they are pulled back a little bit. Apple a little bit flat. Looks like Apple's bottom was Wednesday right there, so we'll see if that's the case. And Amazon, AMZN, that's down $1.03, and it does look like it's pulling back. It did look like it wanted to. Google is down 86. It's sitting on that 50. Looks like it has a little pullback look. Good old Meta, that's down 370, sitting on the 20 and it double topped out and it's getting really, really bullish there in a couple weeks. So Meta's going to get set up really good. So we'll keep an eye on that one because that will get blasting off META. And let's see what Microsoft, this one's been looking good. It's down 53 cents and it is just curling, getting set up there. And good old Nvidia was down as well, down 218. And it's sitting on that 20. And I'm telling you, this thing's going to get set up. It looks fairly bullish right there. So I could see it trying to change around today if it wanted to, but maybe not. It's down 218, like I said. So we'll have to see what it's up to right there. NVDA. And let's take a look at Tesla and see what Tesla's doing. That is up 46 cents, trying to curl back up. And that bottom might be down back here at 373 back on the 2nd. So we'll have to see. It does look like it's trying to curl up, but it could come back down. And MicroStrategy, let's see what that's doing. It's up 230 something, $2.16 at the moment. It's at 333, and that one's getting set up. It's just not going to cross the line. It's just running flat there, but looking much better. MSTR. So there you go at them bad boys. We'll go ahead and look at crypto, see what that looks like, and anything you guys want to see. So let me know if you want to see anything. But crypto is looking much better. Bitcoin's at 94,874. So it is looking much better this morning. We'll see what the chart looks like, though. And it does look like it tried to bottom out yesterday again. So we'll see if that's the case and they try to build that base. The 50 is above it, so it could come down and push it down again. So we'll have to see. Maybe it'll run back up and get through it and we'll be looking good. Let's take a look at some of these other ones. Ethereum's at 3,300. Let's see what that one's up to right here. And yeah, that looks like it tried to bottom yesterday and it's trying to bounce back up a little bit. So we'll have to keep an eye on them and see. They're not completely curled up, but they look much better. So we'll definitely keep an eye on these. Ripple's at 230, and that's up a little tiny bit, but Ripple's actually looking fine. That's going to get blasted off. It's up still over to 50, making a base right here at 230 and looking good. Solana's back to 191, and let's see what it's doing. and it could have been yesterday's base, but again, that 50's coming down on it, so maybe it pushes it down, and what is that, the 200 over here? Um, yeah, the 200's below it, so it could catch it right there. We'll see if it wants to dip. I'm not so sure it wants to, but it could. Cardano's at 95, and let's see. That one, the 50's above it, and it's trying to make that base and trying to get moving back up for Cardano. And Doge is at 33 and a half. And let's see what Doge is doing here. Same thing yesterday. Looks like it's bottom and it's trying to base out and get moving again. And we'll look at Bonk real quick. BONK. That is up 1%, it looks like. And Bonk just hasn't been performing after it ran way up there. It is touching that 200 there, and it's kind of stalled. The 50's coming down, so we'll see what that wants to do. It's kind of a good one to look at for sure. And WIF, that one's taking a beating, I think. Good thing Laptop Travel's wife got out of that because it's down again to $1.59. And let's see. It did look like it was pulling back. Yeah, maybe yesterday was its bottom, so we'll have to see. It looks like yesterday could have been their bottoms, and they're going to set back up there. That would be good. So we'll keep an eye on our crypto. Let me see what you guys want to look at real quick, and let's see what's going on here. CPHI and NOAV for W. Let's see CPHI. China Pharma Holding, that one is just down on Friday, but it's sitting right there in a pretty good spot. Let me see if it's doing anything this morning. It's not. It does have Wednesday's date 23 to 25. It's at 21. And like I said, it's sitting in a pretty good spot there, but it looks like it has that pullback look. I wish it was doing something. It's an interesting to look at, and it looks like it could want to bounce, but it's not showing anything yet. So I wish it was trying to do something for us. And how about NOAV? Is that a I don't even see that. Is that NAOV or something? Hold on, let me see. Is that one NAOV? I think you're right. And NAOV. And let's take a look at that one. NAOV, that's at 56 cents, and it's not looking bad. It did run up there on Monday, 60 cents to 127. We're at 56. Let me see. NAOV. And it is just touching that line and just kind of pulled back, but on that support line, not looking bad, but it might have to get set up here, NAOV. So I'll have to look at that one today too for you, W, and yeah, and NAOV, and let's see, QMMM. Let's see what that's up to real quick. BHAT. Let's look at that. BHAT, Blue Hat. And that one is kind of trying to curl up. It's hitting that line right there. I'd have to see that one. Let me see. Yeah, I mean it might. It's hitting the MACD line pretty good. It does look like it tried to bottom out again. Wednesday. I was gonna say yesterday. Wednesday, and maybe it is trying to get curled up. I'll have to look at that today. I'm telling you, these aren't giving us a very solid look this morning, that's for sure. That's why that day off, it kind of throws things off a little bit there. QMMM, this one was just pulling back there. Doesn't look like it's doing much this morning. Let me see. That is the 8th right there. So that is Wednesday, dollar to $1.10 down to 80, and it closed at 98. And it's sitting in a good spot for a QMMM. So I'll have to look at that one too. So I'll run through some of these today for you and take a quick peek and see what they're up to because they're not really moving a whole lot. MCVT, that one is trying to move up there. So Space Ape Trading is looking at this bad boy, and a few other people are. I know that MCVT, it's at 305, and it does look like it has some momentum to run back up there. We were looking at it the last night as well. So keep an eye on it. Like I said, 305. And on Wednesday, it got up to that 442, and its low was 190. It had that big old dip. So We were looking at this Mill City Ventures, talking about it bouncing, and it is up 7.77%. So there you go, jackpot. And yeah, it does look pretty good to try to run back up some more. So we'll keep an eye on that MCVT, guys. And let's see what else is going on up here. VMAR. Let's see what that's doing. Laptop Travel did have that one. And let's see, that is up over $1.15 right now, up over 70% VMAR. There you go, 175 to 367. It's at 267 right now. So there you go with VMAR. That one did look good and got cruising right there. And how about the good old line, LGHL? It's just sitting flat right now in that channel. A little bit of pullback there. Let's take a look at it. As it pulled back 17 cents, where did it close at? Close at 17. So it is just sitting right on that MACD line and just flat. And it's not in a bad spot. So it doesn't look like it wants to cross through. We'll obviously take a look at the line today for you, Barb, too, and see what that wants to do. Fridays are a tough day for Luis Rodriguez. There's usually not enough volume, and you're right about that. Sometimes the volume is a little low, especially if they're a day off like yesterday. So that's why it's kind of one of them oddball ones. And let's see what else is happening here. Let me take a look and see what else we're looking at. ADTX, let's look at that. ADTX and that NVIF. Let's look at that ADTX. It is setting up. It's up a penny, and I think that bottom was yesterday, Wednesday. So, excuse me, ADTX. Yeah, that bottom looks like it was at 15. It ran 19 to 20 down to 15 on Wednesday. It's at 18 right now and looking good to curl up. Keep your eye on this. I think we've seen a lot of dip and rip situations the other day. So I hope, like I said, I hope you people are taking advantage of them dips right there. And what is that one? NVN. What the heck is it? I know it's something like this. Why isn't it coming up? Hold on. NVIF. Isn't that what it is? I know we were just looking at it. Why isn't it coming up? N something like this. NV. It's not NVFI. I don't know. Why isn't that coming up? I could have sworn that was NVIF. And for some reason, it doesn't look like it's coming up for some reason. What the heck happened to it? NVIF. I have to look around and see, unless that's wrong, but I swore that was it too. NIVF, is that it? NIVF, that's it. NIVF. I was doing it wrong. No problem. Oh, it was wrong. Okay. No problem, Barbara. I couldn't figure it out either there. So NIVF, that is it. I knew there was something like that. I was like, wait a second, where'd this thing go? Let's look at it because it looks like it's going to roll off that MACD and get rolling, guys. So NIVF, there we go. And yeah, that looks like it bottomed out there on Wednesday as well. And it went 37 down to 32. It closed at 35. And right now it's up a penny at 36. And it does look like it wants to roll off that MACD. So we'll look at that one. SOAR, SOAR, SOAR. I remember when this one took off. SOAR, if I could type it in right. And here we go, just a little bit of pullback, and that could have bottomed out there. Let me take a look. SOAR. So we might have had a lot of bottom looks. That is the 10, so it did pull back. It looks like it closed at 24, now it's at 23. So maybe it did pull back a little bit right there, and it could be crossing down. I'll take a look at it. Like I said, it's not even hitting the MACD yet, although it's not really showing anything for today. Oh yes, it is. That is today's date. Yeah, it just has a pullback look. I'll have to see if it wants to continue to dip or if that's going to bottom out there for SOAR W. Yeah, it just has that pullback look right now and isn't really hitting the MAC or just hitting the MACD, I mean. So we'll see if it wants to go through it or pull itself back up. And let's see real quick. Yeah, it looks kind of red. Microsoft's down a little, Nvidia's down, Google, Meta, Amazon, Tesla looks like it's up a little, and Apple is down. So there you go at them bad boys. Let's see what's going on the scanner. That VMAR has popped up. Let's see what else is looking good here. If anything, it looks like it might be one of them slow days after a crazy day off. ZVSA is running up there, and IINN is that's curled up and running up. How about that FAMI? That's run up there, huh? Told you this one was gonna run, and it did blast off this morning. It looks like good old FAMI. It was setting up there, and it did go 31 to 60. It's at 36 right now. So FAMI, that was looking good. That GCTK. Let's see what that's up to this morning, that glucose track thing. And it's just sitting on the bottom right there. And I'm telling you, this thing wants to get set up. So keep your eye on that because I think that was a good dip. BAER, that's up a little bit. That's actually up 50%, looking good. That RGTI is up 15%, but be careful. Like I said, I don't know if they're ready to rock and roll. RIME looks like it might be trying to curl back up. I'll keep an eye on it. And that MVST's up. And BHAT, we'll have to see what that's trying to do there. SMX, let's see. That one had run up there. What's it trying to do? Um, it might be trying to get set up again, SMX. So we'll have to take a look at the security one and see what that's trying to do. Security matters or something. SMX security matters. We'll have to take a peek at that and see if it's trying to get set up there. Let me see what else is happening over here. AKYA's jumped up there today. Keep an eye on that for some momentum. Looks pretty good. That SVMH we were saying it wasn't looking too bad. How about Z-Car? This one's looking pretty good right here. Let's look at Z-Car. That looks like it's curling up there. Let's look at U-Car and see what the other car is doing. Z-Car is looking pretty good. It ran 210 to 335. It's at 211. It did look good right there. And like I said, we'll look at good old UCAR, UCAR. Someone was asking about that one. It did pull back there to that support line. So let me take a look at UCAR. Yeah, this pull back, we'll see. It might want to bounce off that MACD, but some good pullback there on UCAR. And that CDT and IONQ is maybe trying to bottom there after that dip. And that STAI we went over. So it looks like we looked at all them. Let me see if there's anything crazy in the volume side over here. And everything we pretty much just looked at already. I just named. So yeah, nothing real crazy. Look at ARDX is looking pretty good right here. So keep an eye on this RADX thing, Radio Farm. And it's a fairly new one. It's not a real easy one, but it does look like it's trying to set up right here. So that is RADX, and it might have just ran this morning. Yeah, it did. 479 to 657. It's not showing it on here. It just says it's at 421 and up 18 cents. So that's all it's telling me. But RADX 479 to 657. I told you it looked good, and it already ran there. So we'll keep an eye on that bad boy and see what it wants to do. And that glucose, that GCTK, and that Z-car looking good there. So let's see what TRNR is looking like right real quick right here. TRNR at $3, just kind of hitting that 20 right there. It was looking really good the other day. Oh, let me get out of there. And let's see if it's looking any better here. Just a little pullback look, and that is Wednesday, 317 to 328, and it closed at 293. Is it? And today it looks like it's at $3. And no, that looks like it said it closed. So it did close at 293. It doesn't look like it's doing anything yet this morning, but it's sitting on that 20, not looking bad there. So we'll have to see if that one wants to get bouncing again. And TSMC, TSM, I know that is moving back up, that TSM semiconductor one. So take a look at that. They have earnings coming up on the 16th. So that is what, next Thursday? Yeah, next Thursday. And so that is that Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing. And it is trying to curl back up here, not looking bad, TSM. We'll look at the other ones real quick. AVGO. That's pulled back $2, and we were saying it was hard to tell. It's hitting that 20, so it did pull back there. And MU, oh, what am I typing in? MU, here we go. That's down 61 cents and kind of pulling back a little bit. And how about we just looked at TSM and SMCI? That's actually up 9 cents and trying to curl. It doesn't look too bad at the moment. AMD, that's down 257 and pulling way back there. Not looking great at the moment. And it was looking much better. Let's just look at Snow. Someone asked about that. That's up 257. That one's setting back up. Snow's actually looking much better. We'll have to keep an eye on Snow and QCOM. That one's down 58 cents right there. Pulling back INTC. That's down 11 cents, but that's going to get set up right there. So interesting looks right there. And MTN, let's look at that mountain up another 86 cents. And I'm telling you, that thing's ready to get cruising at Val Resorts. So keep an eye on that. Let me see if you guys want to see anything else there. TSM beat earnings this morning, over 50% increase in revenue. So yeah, that TSM looking really good. That Taiwan Semiconductor did hit that all-time high not long ago. It was at 222. It's back at 209, setting back up there. So there you go for TSM and Luis Rodriguez. And yeah, there we go. And let me see what's happening on stock charts stock twits. What am I talking about? Stock twits real quick. See what's trending. HIMS, this one pulled back, huh? Down 80 cents and a lot of pullback. It was getting set up there. So we're going to see a lot of them getting set up that were perfectly set up. They pulled back on Wednesday and now they're going to have to set back up. Let's look at that IONQ and see what it's doing. It's back up 93 cents, but I'm not so sure it wants to bounce hardcore. It does look kind of bullish though. We'll have to keep an eye on that. WBA, what's Walgreens up to here? We haven't looked at it. It's looking pretty good. It's bouncing up. Did they get bought out or something? I don't know. Oh, they had their earnings. Remember, we were looking at that, saying that their earnings were coming up. They beat their earnings somehow, I guess. That's pretty impressive. And so we'll see what's going on with Walgreens there. Actually, not looking bad at the moment. I mean, and it looks like it's going to be trying to set back up. Maybe they got some. They got it together a little bit because it was looking really bad back there. Remember, we were going through it and they were talking about a buyout, like selling it privately. I don't even know what they did with that. We stopped looking at it. I'll have to go back and look. So, but Walgreens not looking too bad. WBA. And what's Joby? That one's down a little bit right there, pulling back at the moment. AMD QBTS is pulling back. That was up, I thought, a little bit ago. And again, I think they may be pulling back. DAL is Delta, and that one looks pretty good. These airlines are looking good, actually. So I don't know what's going on with the airlines, but American Airlines also up and looking really good. So them airlines are popping up and flying for some reason. And RGTI down, HIMS, cold is down, it's KOLD, and that's way down. And Boyle is up right there, up $5. And I'm telling you, Boyle, that thing is bullish right there. And let's see, that TSM is up. So there you go with them bad boys. Let's take a look at CRKN real quick. That one was down. Let's see, it just kind of pulled back right there. It's still in the basement. And this one it is moving 12 to 11, came down a penny. So it is just kind of pulling back there in the basement. So not doing anything crazy. And so we'll keep an eye on that bad boy as well. And that is CRKN. And like I said, it's been in the basement for a while. So we'll have to look at it. And so there you go. And bam, I think that's everything. And like I said, it's kind of red this morning, but at least for our Mag 7, it looks like Walmart, the energy sector's up. A couple other things are up, but Microsoft, Nvidia is down. Google is it down still? It looks like it's just kind of flat. It is down still a little bit. And Meta, Amazon down, Tesla's up, Apple's down. So there you go with our pre-market on this Friday morning. And again, it's kind of odd having yesterday off, so it's kind of thrown off a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on things, see what's going on. Crypto is looking a little bit better there, so that is good. And I'll keep you guys posted. So let me know if you want to see anything today, and we'll go through it. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Asian Joe Lee, for your Joe Lee's jumpers and laptop travel for your laptop lowdowns, and everybody else that hung out today. Surfer, Stock Bro, what's happening? Profit Logics and W. Jay Kratz and O'Hare Faster Child, Lewis Rodriguez, East Coast Beach Girl, Barber, Boncrete, Chan, Eagle AI, Kathy, how are you? Mr. T surfing, I think, yeah, on a wave. And who's that? Something, I'll call you Mane. Anise and Ash and Trey and NN9900, Darlene and Tom and everybody else that was on here. Greatly appreciate it. Have a great Friday. Trade smart, lock in those profits, and I'll be around to look at anything. So goodbye, good luck, and I'll see you later. Have a great day, everybody.